Welcome to the platform podcast ama ukipenda mzima Wells. Tuko maeneo ya Kapsokoni town ama ground zero. Na leo kama dawa kama kawa. We had promised you a very powerful interview na Mr. David Juma Chemai. Tulikuwa tushaanza to public demand, watu wakauliza fanyeni ile kitu, we need the second part of this interview. So kama tu ndio mnaanza kufika, ukifika hapo make sure unaambia watu wengine kwamba tushafika. The man David himself yuko ndani, and we just trying to bring you a very interesting story by this man. He's a great man. Hapo awali alikuwa jamaa wa serikali, he was serving, nikisema hivyo alikuwa jamaa wa Kenya Police Forces.
I mentioned Kenya Corporal David Juma Chemai.
Okay, thank you very much. Na nikumbusha kwamba it's Corporal David Juma Chemai, hizo ikiwa ndio his official names wakati alikuwa kwenye kikosi, Thank you very much, I really appreciate. Nimesemaje, mkifika tu ndani ya mjengo, make sure that we know, tafadhali make sure that we know kwamba mmefika. Itakuwa vizuri mkinijuza kwamba mmefika, so that we can further this conversation.
In fact, part 2 itakuwa mzuri, because I've prepared something very special for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So venye mmeweza kuona, Mr. David Juma Chemai yuko ndani ya mjengo, na nyinyi watu wa the platform, this one is a very interesting story. Make sure kwamba umetag a friend to tag a friend, so that this story isiweze kumpita. It's a very powerful story, a very interesting story. As you can see leo manze, niko na mzee David Juma, Corporal David Juma Chemai, yes, akiwa ndani ya mjengo. Ukifika tu hapo, make sure that you bring others on board, so that you can continue furthering this conversation. So nafikiri it's about time you can introduce yourself. Yes, watu wanakujua, but just introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What I wanted you to know is that I loved everybody that viewed, exactly how to say thank you, all of you. I can remember most of my friends. I don't know if Junet Mohammed, you had me, Chris Malwa you are my classmate, and even Ruto, you gave me some money when you came with the Uhuru. Yeah. You bought some cigarette for 2,000. That is very dangerous.
Cigarette for 2,000.
Only 2,000. They came there. Yeah. Even the wife of the magnate, she was locked out, and I to tell the man, when you be away with those wachana na kabisa.
So
kudos, thank you. I want to introduce myself personally, not you. I'm David Juma Chemai. I'm ex-corporal. To be a corporal is not things you pick around there. You have to work hard, and it wasn't a merit. Corporal David Juma, number 65760. Corporal David Juma Chemai. I hail from where? Maybe these are a big area. Mount Elgon, Kapsokoni. I think you must have been using at 0 what? I didn't know 0. I just knew that I could shoot somebody between the eyes 600 meters. That would be the best part of it. Now, can you
part
tell
2
me,
of this story?
Part 2 is
the first story.
Interesting, and I've prepared myself. Now that is why the last part was not very vivid. This is now the real part, We are coming in real life.
The first.
And I want you guys to be asking me, what do you want to say, or which part of my story do you want to know? However, just understand, mesmerize my
Okay. This is it, Mr. David Juma Chemai. In the first part of this story, we are talking whereby uliweza tu the government car. It was very interesting the way you took that government car. You told us that story, and it was a very interesting story the way ulitoka kutoka kwa deceased residents mpaka ukafika Eldoret.
In fact, I had to shoot another Mzungu to give us money, but wache ujinga.
Your story pia ukatuambia venye ilikuwa hivyo. So now we have the part 2 of this story. Part 1 ilikuwa fiti, ukatueleza tu venye ile gari ya government uliweza
especially let me arrange your mind, because we are hosting the president in this county.
Yeah.
You know, I just said that we come from Bungoma County.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
The president is appearing here on first.
Yeah.
I would want His Excellency, the President of Kenya, Honorable Ruto,
Yeah.
be there and know that Kapsokony is part of you.
Yeah, we'll come there. We are just coming down, Mr. David Juma. Twende tu pole pole tafadhali. We'll come there. It's your story that we are really interested in.
Okay.
We had given the part one of the story. Tukaambia tu watu venye ulianza kutoka na ile gari nini mpaka venye ulirudisha. So
hapa.
Yeah, around hapa chini.
Iko hapa chini karibu kilomita 3 ile.
Some 3 kilometers around. On your way to Kimilili, Kapsokony Kimilili.
Silikwambia nilipanguza paka fingerprint.
Yes, so ulikuwa umetufikisha wakati umepelekwa prison. Dada amekuja, so tupeleka na hiyo story.
Haya, sasa mwacha sikudanganya boss.
Yeah.
Leo kupelekwa prison, si ati ulichukua gari ya nyanya yako, boss. And this is a very big case.
Yeah.
In fact, the complainant is head of the state.
Yeah.
Whereby you cannot reach it.
Yeah.
It is actually a very dangerous crime that I committed. Wapo sasa ndio nikapelekwa prison.
Yeah.
Kwanza ilitokea ujinga, wameshika ule counterpart hapo akamwambia mimi gari mtuwe.
Yeah.
Alafu sasa wewe some maneno, alafu sasa na tusikupige kama yeye.
Yeah.
This guy was singing like a bad. I think I told you eventually that I had a loser.
Yeah.
What actually do you want to know? When I was in prison,
Yes,
when I went to prison, and I told you academically, and I was a good law student, I started making bad mistakes there. You know, I could write somebody an application, an appeal, and all that. I'm telling you that the magistrate that come and to remove me from the prison. And giving me fare. And actually something bad happened. They gave me 500 to go home.
Yes.
The magistrates, as I'm speaking, the magistrates gave me 500.
Yes.
It was in one currency. I was given a jirongo. What happened? Now nimeenda nikasema, because this note is so big, kuna Mandizini. In Bungoma prison there is some place called Mandizini. I went there to drink so that I get some loose, and I go through the postal grounds and then get in matatu, Chwele, Kimilili or whatever I just commit. What happened? I was arrested the same day.
Again.
Yeah, and this was very funny. This was really funny because actually I've been released.
Yes, just after being released.
I ended Jumbani. Now they wanted to charge me with colluding to defeat justice. 3 years.
3 years later.
Wakaniambia bwana tutakufunga hapa saa hizi. Nikamwambia hapana bwana. Kwani ni wapi? Which state brought you? Which court brought you? You know there are about 5 courts. Sirisia, Bungoma, Chwele, and Webuye. You know that like that Kimilili. And my magistrate was there. She was very kind. A lady that I'll appreciate in my life. And may God bless you. Alikuja akanipatia free board na kunipatia 500. Akasema go home. I did not treat him. I was arrested again in Bungoma. In Bungoma, there was a lady bana. I told that lady, nimetoka jela, nitaka nikate stimu nipatie change. I'm going to Kimilili to pick up Kapsokony. She told me, for what offense? Even my brother is arrested inside there. What? You? Na mimi nimeandikia watu wa pili na watu wanatoka makosa gani? Unajua sasa I have money and kumbe sikujua hapo ni kwao. That premises was theirs. Wanasema sasa hata kwanza enda toa hizo mangoni ila mkosi akanipatia t-shirt ya yellow bana. Na trouser yake ya jeans. Sasa nikajua nimepata hata good ya cool down my tempers. I can even sleep with that, but no, I still have money. She said, no, don't spend. This is our home. I'm facing the camera. You guys, you have never seen mkosi kukufuata. Mimi nimekaa pale. Then maaskari ya Bungoma tena kuja na tushika bana. I don't know mkosi gani nimeshikwa narudishwa tena. The chief was like, no, haina shida nitakutoa. I have money and what nitakutoa. Tukashikwa naye. Plus na gidi.
Tumetoka tu.
Mimi ndio nilitoka, hatukuwa na msichana bana. Wewe acha kusema mambo hiyo. Mimi nimetoka nimeenda kukunywa. Good luck sijui niliongea naye aje akanilike akaniambia enda uoge uchange. What else do you want to tell me? Then nikapatikana rule magistrate mwenye alikuwa Bungoma pale prison. Wakini release na pesa. Akaniuliza ukwenda the following day when we were being called sasa wachanga tena ya Bungoma man. That's why I recognize Lusaka. Lusaka,
by then,
the governor, I'm talking of His Excellency the governor.
Yes.
Sasa wakati ndio sasa napitishwa hivi, yeye ako na entry karibu Sheriff Center. Nikajaribu kuikaweka nduru kidogo aski. Tukakuja tukakutana na Mount Elgon, anaitanga umbrella. Even the deputy governor, the lady, Her Excellency.
Hii unajua hii story usharuka kidogo.
Unataka wapi?
That one was after umetoka prison.
Nimepewa pesa.
So sawa. That one is okay, tushamaliza. That one was just a recap of the story.
Okay.
Yeah, part one after umetoka prison. So your experience as a cop, you told me you shoot around 45 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not at jokes.
Yeah.
Unajua hata kushoot sasa,
yeah.
Wewe hujajua bana.
Yes.
Kuua mtu sio kama kuua kuku.
Yeah.
Mimi ni mtu tulienda mahali, I think it was in Garsen. Tukauawa bana.
Yeah.
Na I think tulikuwa na inspector, sisi alikuwa commander, alikuwa ni Gubo.
Yeah.
Then kwa kona fulani tukaona mtu ameweka
That one is when you are a cop.
That is when
that
I was a cop, and actually that was the first
year?
time. That I'm talking 1995.
Yeah.
Mimi niona mbele kabisa.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu amesimama. Unajua hii kitu yenye mmeweka hapa kama ya kuweka kama TV. Hiyo mguini inaitwa HK21.
Yeah.
Heckler Coach,
Yeah.
21. It feeds chain. Inakula nyororo.
Yeah.
Na unajua nyororo ikiongea, my friend, after every 4 bullets there is a tracer. Yeah. Tracer ni risasi inawakanga ikienda. Nikaambia ule driver, tuko nyuma. Alikuwa na cover. Nasema wewe nani usiku pole pole. Ukiweka abrupt emergency brakes, wewe tutawawa pale. Yeah. Wewe jamaa naye akafanya hivyo, lakini kumbe hata penye tulikuwa tunaenda ilikuwa ni ambush. So we were covered from both sides. I think maybe you have another thing. We were killed, tulikuwa watu 14, tulitoka watu 3.
Aha. Unajua killing 45 women, that story, how to ambi vizuri Mr. David?
Yes, I want to tell you
now
that,
tell us that story ilikuwaje.
After hapo nikadevelop asira.
Yeah.
Kwamba kumbe watu mnaweza tembea na mtu wao hivi. And you see I'm a cop. Even right now, ni ile tu alichukua nguo zao. I'm still a real cop. Ukinipatia sasa bunduki mimi nakuua hata. What happened?
Yeah.
If you are a criminal.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, if you are a criminal.
Yes,
yeah.
Disclaimer, if you are a criminal.
Yes.
But I love everybody.
Yeah.
In fact, I love people.
Yeah.
I'm a low peacekeeper.
What
What I know, what cost me now to go to kill more people is after my people have been killed, my family. My family. We were 14, we come out 3.
Yeah.
The OSPD urban area, Mombasa, was saying
don't
my
mention
father.
them.
Go. And I live up Chijata condos.
Yeah.
I came to Nairobi, I didn't live a rich home. Now, when I went back, when I see those kind of people that I imagine, okay, psychologically that, ama wewe ndio ulikuwa hata wakati ile. But so long as you are armed and dangerous, I wouldn't spare you. I was good in the musketry. Very better. That's why walikuwa wananiitanga Pokot and Amasomo. I don't know, I would want to advise all Kenyans to be law-abiding citizens.
Yeah.
I want you to know also that this is a trauma in my mind.
Yeah.
As I'm speaking to you, it's not something simple.
Yeah.
Because when you go to that extent that now you are no longer in that job, you are just at home, it makes me feel like, did the government do what? They cannot reinstate me.
Yeah.
What do you
want the government to do for you?
What I want them, and His Excellency the President, Honorable William Ruto, Doctor, when you're in this area, where do you call it?
Bungoma County.
County. And you will be meeting my friend Lusaka. Make sure that those people, you talk the right thing about me. If you don't talk the right thing, bring me some poison, I'll take it.
No, you should not die. You should not die. No, you should not die. You know,
I was just making a sick joke. If they don't know me, they will know me. In fact, Ruto knows me personally. So I told you they were buying cigarettes.
To tell us when, as a cop, which famous politician did you ever meet?
Well, that is
When
now.
you are CoPE, when you are
There
CoPE.
is nothing like being famous politician.
Yeah.
Even given
Popular,
that.
or any politician
No.
that you met.
Even Ruto was not even. He was not very popular because I met him during Y2K,
Yeah.
Youth for Kano 92.
Yeah.
That guy was just a normal person like you. In fact, you can be the president.
Yeah, thank you.
In fact, I want you to know that you can be the president. Look at Obama. He was just a black man there in America. Do you think Americans should be very proud to see a black man becoming a president?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, as we are speaking now, you can be the president.
Yes. Okay, I'm now asking you, which famous politician did you ever meet?
Oh yeah, I met several. I told you Junet Mohammed, Chris Wamalwa. Those are my classmates.
Yeah.
There is another one from Tanzania.
Yeah.
That guy at Maswa. Arnold Maswa was my classmate in Kapsoko in high school. Junet was in Migori. And then I have which other one again? Yeah, Cheren, my best friend.
Yeah.
My best friend actually, let me say this, is the greatest friend that is. In fact, if he was tuned now, I would want to confirm to him that I love your family. He's taken me to his home and shown me how his life is good. And I want to...
We want...
No, there is another one. Don't forget, there is another one.
Yeah.
David Kimkum, my neighbor.
Yeah.
My neighbor is very, very prominent, actually amongst the people. This David Kimkum has come up very slow and is made a lot. I would want him also to come and show people. And Jennifer Matian, I know her personally, the deputy governor.
We are interested in the part when you are CoPE.
Oh yeah, really? I was not trained to know politicians.
Yeah.
What I was trained to do was to keep peace and make that people understand.
You know, you are not very clear. We want this, your story as a CoPE. Your story as a CoPE.
I am
That's
a
why
CoPE
we're
even
doing-
now.
Yeah.
Even if you put me some police uniform,
Yeah.
I become a CoPE immediately.
Yeah.
Because they trained me. What?
The places that you serve, maybe the places that you serve.
Yes, there was somebody I shot, he was a Luo.
No, leave alone with the shooting. I'm asking the places that you served when you are
Several. Nakuru,
Yeah.
Kamkunji.
Yeah.
I went down to Mombasa,
Yeah.
Tana River, several places. To be in the service for about 16 years is not a joke.
Yeah.
And it's not your home. Even
Yeah.
to get a leave is a bit hard.
Yeah. So, like, you know, right now you are just invested. Maybe
I don't like your attitude.
Yeah. No, it's
Because
not-
actually I want you to tell me, to tell these Kenyans,
Yes.
these cops,
Yeah.
be aware that you have families.
Yeah.
And work hard that you know that you have homes.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to tell them.
You know, you as a former CoPE, maybe there is something that you want the government to do for you. You say that you'll wish to be reinstated. Wewe ni mtu bado unajiita askari, unaona, unasema you're still fit.
Okay.
Your language, even your language is a CoPE language. When unazungumza, I know, I'm aware you are 55 years old, but you are still fit on the look of things. But ni kidogo
I
tu.
wish to be the bodyguard of the president.
Yeah.
I think that is the best part I would do, because I can take a bullet instead of any other thing.
Yes.
You know, His Excellency the President has been a good friend of mine just by talks and anything. But if they don't restrict me, even private guns are sold, I can still be my own cop. I can look for money and buy my own gun. Do you think it is very expensive? A gun is so cheap. By the way.
How cheap is a gun?
Actually it is sold, but you have to explain yourself, brother. Why do you need a gun to protect yourself?
How do you have to explain yourself?
Yeah, because una mali unachunga nini? Kwani are you buying a gun to go and steal people? Hapana. I like that one, but because Ruto will be here, I'll present myself before him. Nitamuuliza, why was I sacked?
Yeah.
And I was the best cop.
Yeah. In fact, the main reason why we wanted to have this interview, perhaps to let our viewers to know why were you even sacked. Because you are, when you ex-cop, when you askari.
Do you know Charles Owino? Charles Owino apparently is my detail. Now, how do you become a spokesperson of policemen and you are not talking of me?
Yeah.
And yet we will call squad 28 mi niko squad 27. And you see, actually, I don't like about that. I wouldn't go to that. But I have to fire you people. In fact, umeletea OCS mwingine hapa mzuri kidogo. Tulikuwa tena naye detail. As we are speaking now, the OCS around here anaitwa Chief Inspector.
Do not mention names perhaps for their security.
He's a nice, very nice guy. Kwanza amenichikia wakora yote karibu amalize.
So I know you are former cop, so there are some of the things that unaona ukiona kama wakora wanashikwa unasikia vizuri because wewe at some point ulikuwa you are cop at one point.
Makiu, mimi nashukuru hata hiyo wakora wameandika polisi, wameandika watu ya prison, wameandika magistrate, you know, hata waubiri.
Are you frustrated about this job for being a former cop?
I was born a cop. And now there is no way I can live being a cop. But I know they have employed criminals. Criminals employ cops, pastors. You cannot preach to people who are not wronging and anything like that. You know this is serious. At a prison magistrate atakuwa anafanyaje? What do you want?
No, you're just okay. Let's continue.
You are looking suspicious. I'm no longer a cop. You know what I wanted to say.
Wow, this is very interesting. You. Okay, you are not arresting. It's okay.
Wow.
So So we are talking about maybe your highest moments as a cop. What was your highest moment when you were a cop?
Highest moment?
No, I see you still love this job, baby.
And what I just believe I'm a cop, and by bad luck I'm a cop. That's why I didn't want you to escape. But Sasa, the best part is when I was promoted. The second part is when I got some money kidogo mahali nikanunua gari, You owning a vehicle at a very early age bana. Alafu tena mpaka unaambia askari mwingine mwenye amesota akusafishie, alafu utampatia ka kitu, Alafu tena kumbe sijini baba ya OCS alikufa, nikampa hiyo gari kama weka mafuta uende naye. I told you. And that was, having money and losing money is a very bad situation. I would want you to be very perfect with me that in my mind, even in heaven, I'm a born a cop. I wouldn't want to see somebody suffering. Hata ukisikia mtu anatusi askari ati mjinga sijui nini, I feel it like I'm still working with them. But actually ni kama walinifukuza, but I feel it. Okay, give me some nice story. I want to give you a better part too. What else did you want? Vehicles?
Maybe perhaps nitambue tu watu ambao wana watch this story. Itakuwa vizuri sana. Ni Harap Kiboy anasema you'll be required to engage this when is sober, amechemsha. Is DJ married, akona watoto? That one is a question. Take this guy slowly and then ask him which Kakasha is he talking about when it comes to matters of drugs. Akasha anauliza Kakasha is the story linked to Akina Nelson Marwa wa Tana River now that the people that pulled him down from the force are gone out of the system? Is he ready to claim his rights? Thank you very much, Arab Kiboy. Abigail Cheza anasema hellos. Siko Levi anasema when did all this happen? Mwaka gani brother? Valerie Olinyo anasema hello. Chelimo Liza anasema hello. Shaz Sharon pia yuko ndani. Saa zingine maybe ndio tukae vizuri unisongea hapo kiasi so that it looks like we're having an interview. So there is this question. Siko Levi anauliza is DJ married, akona watoto? Acha ndakusaidia tu kushika.
Well. That is a very personal question. And I wouldn't let it go to media. But apparently I'm engaged with Maximila Serut. That's a daughter of the former MP. Nilimkampenia hata akakuwa mbunge. This is serious. In fact, the mother, I would wish kama angekuwa the first woman MP in Mount Elgon. That lady is very strong. Hata ndiye alifanya Serut hata kapita. If the son also working with KRA anataka hiyo mambo ya kusimama, I would ask him kindly to step down paka 30 something hapo. That one will be talking to my mother-in-law directly is not good, but I wish her all the best. Na atakuwa the first woman MP. And the daughter, that is about sons and kids. You don't talk with me like that. I have sons. When I have 3 sons and they are all good. Moja ni mwanajeshi. Who was that asking that question?
It was just some viewers asking if maybe you're married and if you've been blessed with kids.
Yes.
Just,
oh, thank you God now. That's very beautiful.
So another question is, I've been told to talk to you slowly, and someone was asking, which Akasha is he talking about?
Ibrahim Akasha, the father to Musa Akasha. They were all prosecuted in America.
Yeah.
If anybody knows about Akasha's family, it must be a link.
Yeah.
You know them?
Yeah. He's talking about, is the story linked to Akina Nelson Marwa from Tana
Yes, from Tana River. We were working together. We were anti-narcotics, Alpha November unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you tell us more a bit about that unit.
That one will be going too bad for them, Kinamaru, and the rest I'll be divulging some information. Yeah, Akasha,
yes.
Akasha was a drug dealer.
Yes.
In fact, drugs were being brought from Cuba down to Mombasa. Then they are put in curos, like, you know, my elephant, you know, mechonga namna hii, and shipped to America had become so strong about these drugs.
Yes.
So unajua kureroute drugs from Cuba to Mombasa, alafu zikuwa packed, repacked, alafu ziende tena mpaka Amerika yenyewe. Unajua Amerika ndio wataki drugs. In fact, it was so serious. Amerika yenyewe ndio wataki drugs. Na zinazungushwa mpaka Kenya, zikuwa repacked, na zipite kama na watu honest. Akasha was that plan. The real plan now. Wanachukua, wanapeleka, wanarudisha tena America. Kenya was not a suspect, but if it came from Cuba, nothing, no plane would even land there. So it was a serious story. We came to Intel ikatupatia kwamba ndio hizi. Ndio tukashika hizo vitu, which I did well. In fact, I'm proud. Tukashikia airport, lakini tena tukaongwa kidogo. Hata hakuna wakubwa wote waongwe hapa. Wote hata wote. Nikawachilia.
So you say like corruption pia ni kitu bado ilikuwa.
Kitu yenye inaua Kenya ni corruption.
Yes.
Na kama mimi nataka niseme Kenyans, if you are just very aware of what I'm about to say, corruption is a very dangerous disease. If you know that corruption is a dangerous disease, there is no country that is so wealthy than ours. Not rich, wealthy. But because of corruption, things just dwindle.
So then bado corruption ilikuwa when you
ilikuwa hata nashtuka sana kwamba mbona but they refused my corruption. Nilikuwa na pesa, si ningewaonga wanirudishe kazi. I think that was a good cop.
There is this question here from the same person, anasema, now that the people that pulled him down from the force are gone out of the system, watu wenye walikutoa wewe kwa kazi, most of them size ya
kwanza mmoja,
are you ready to claim your rights?
Abraham Gachanja alikufa. In fact, huyo jamaa ndiye anabati, hata sijaona mtu aina hiyo. When I was in college, he was the commandant. Alafu Philip Kilonzo was the commissioner. Wakati Philip Kilonzo anakuja tu college kwenda kutembelea atukufungua senior mess, na anafutiwa huko. Philip, unajua Moi used to sack people, even saa 7 unafutwa tu. Wewe alifutiwa hapo mpaka tunaambia Kilonzo bana, you are a civilian. Sasa huyu mwenye amepointiwa ni ule. Unless otherwise, kwa sababu amekufa, ulitaka namna gani? Si president ako, we have the head of state.
Kuna jamaa anaitwa, anauliza, wakitaka kukurudisha, are you ready to follow, to claim your rights, because wewe ni mtu ulitolewa kwa kazi. Are you ready to claim your rights?
Yes. I'm very disciplined. In fact, that's why hata jana passing out ya jana, uliona watu wanatembea vile wanafanana, Mturukana, Msaboto, Msamburu, because kuna discipline. I'm a disciplined person. I'll follow everything. But eventually, I would want to be compensated. You know how much I've suffered. I've lost my wife. You know, that's where you are coming from. Because wakati kazi naisha, wife anakuacha. Si ulikuwa polisi, watoto ndio waliacha watoto bwana. I'm struggling, and I want the government to compensate that mind. In fact, remove that mind of being a cop from me. But His Excellency is very nice. I want to meet him again on a second draw. I'm feeling like I'm not well. What did you want to ask again?
There is
Not about
question.
police story
No,
again.
it's not. I think this one is someone that is following the conversation and is saying, well down the story was followed up by Muhammad Ali, and it's well known. Let him come out clearly, because in the videos the children of Musa Akasha are seen crying that their father was prosecuted wrongly and killed innocently. Someone is saying that story had been followed by Muhammad Ali, and he's saying it's a very good story. Your story is a very good story.
No, I like that.
And he's actually following, and he's saying that the children of Musa Akasha have been seen crying that maybe their father was killed wrongly.
Yeah, he was. He was. In fact, when he was killed by somebody riding a bike outside there, it was a very big problem.
Yeah.
We had a big information in the country. Akasha is not a small person.
Yes.
Let me tell you, if you are mentioning Akasha, you are talking about big people.
Yes.
Yeah? Then this guy mtu alikuwa anaendesha baiskeli sijui nchi gani, atakampiga risasi mchana ikatingiza Kenya. Tobiko